Morning. I'm Sulili Constant. I'm the owner of Serenity Travels, and I created this channel so that people can see how life really is as the owner of a boutique travel service and everything that comes with it. Um, all the juggling of doing different jobs by yourself if you're a solopreneur. And I thought it would be good to give people a unedited, unfiltered behind the scene uh, view of how it really is to have a business. It's not all Instagram reels and stuff. It's just working, working a lot and doing a lot of things at the same time, or trying to figure things out as a solopreneur. And yeah, so I think I'm gonna try to post video um, every day or at least every week. I don't know, but I'll try to take you along on the journey with me. So what I do is that I help people with their travel planning. So for example, if you want to go on a trip with your family, but you don't want to do all the research and Googling and planning and stuff, you just contact me and you say, you want to go there and there and there. This is our budget. This is what we like. This is what we don't like. Can you make us an itinerary? And then I'll make you an itinerary. Or you can also say, we want you to make an itinerary, but we also want you to book it. And then I do that as well. It also comes with a fee, but I do that as well. And besides for private tours, because I can do the travel planning for solo, couples, group trips, and it can be a little getaway nearby, or it can be a bigger trip to Europe or to Asia, whatever you need help with. Besides for that, I also created a freebie. So it's um, solo safety, yeah, solo safety traveler guide. You can download that on my website. I'm a woman. Sometimes I travel by myself, and I think these are all tips that could be handy for solo travelers. So you can just download them on my website for free. I think safety is important for all of us, so it would be weird to ask money for that. Besides the private tours and my um, solo traveler safety guide, I also organize women's tours. And women's tours, I started organizing those because I used to go on women's trip from companies that are in the US or in the UK. And you actually buy a package. You don't have to be with a friend or anyone if you want to go somewhere, but you just book a spot and you just pay for the package and that's it. And you can fly in from everywhere you are because flights are excluded. So I was like, instead of keep doing it with US companies and paying in US dollars, why don't arrange something like that myself here in Australia? Because I love to travel. I love planning. People would always make fun of me and all my itineraries for family holidays and for friends. But I like to have things properly researched before I go somewhere. So I do that now as well for women's group. I try to keep the group small. I take a max of 15 women with me. So I have women trips that are open for all women, and I have one or two women's trips a year that are specifically created for Black and Brown women. Because sometimes they don't feel seen and respected if they go on the general women's trips. So I want to give them the opportunity to be in a safe space and feel celebrated. So let me see what else. Oh, yes. So I have the curated travel planning that I provide. I have my free e-guide. I have the organized women's trips. And I also wrote Australia travel e-guide. I live in Australia. I moved to Australia in 2013. But before we moved to Australia, we came to visit in 2009. And we came road tripping for 5 weeks with our daughter. And we absolutely loved it. Absolutely loved it. But when we came, we already decided because we were coming with a child that we wouldn't be doing the Sydney, Melbourne, Great Ocean Road, this and this and this and this, because we would read about people who were like, oh, we missed this and we were only a day there and we missed this and this wasn't fun. And we were like, nah, we're with a child. We're not going to do that. So the first time we visited Australia, we didn't see Sydney. We didn't see Melbourne. We didn't see Uluru because we were very selective in what we would do. So we started in Brisbane, and we were like, we have 5 weeks to drive to Cairns, and we can stop wherever we want. We can stay wherever we want. We did Fraser Island. We did the Great Barrier Reef. We did the Whitsundays. But we had enough time to do that because we didn't cramp our itinerary with lots of things to see and do. Well, that's one of the things that a lot of tourists do. They either cramp things up or they don't realize how big Australia is. So they want to do Melbourne, Sydney, and Uluru in 6 days. It's not going to happen in Australia unless you can transport yourself, especially if you want to drive. It's the distances are really, really, really big. So what I did in my itinerary is that I explained what is there to see in different states, and I didn't just explain things that are already all over the news and everything, but the things that you see if you go outside of the cities. And I also put in what the travel time is, and not the travel time in hours, but the travel time in days. And I divided up the days in you will only be driving 8 hours a day. You will not be driving at night because there are kangaroos, there are wombats. If you're lucky, there are emus as well. If you're in your little rental, you won't be allowed to go off road. So, certain things that people think they can do when they book a trip to Australia or they plan a trip, and they're like, oh, but we can then drive at night from there to there and it will go faster. But it's a completely different ball game. Road tripping in Australia and road tripping in Europe. So that's why I developed my guide. You can buy the guide on our website. It's 28 US dollar, and that guide has the do's and the don't. It has itineraries. It has realistic travel times. It has tips and tools, and it also tells you things about the culture and everything, just to make the best out of your trip while you're in Australia. I think that's a lot for my first video. Um, yeah, I hope you guys come on this journey with me. Um, as I'm a solopreneur, I'm also still employed, my full-time job. I work in government. I'm a legal professional. So yeah, I do a lot of my of my business work in the weekend. All my content creating I do in the weekend, and then in the morning I post what I have ready. I post in the morning. Then I'm working my normal job. Then during lunchtime, I check up on emails or anything, follow up on queries, and then after work as well, I usually have meetings with either my partners overseas, or I have meetings with clients. Um, I go and bring the curated itineraries for people. I always provide people with their itineraries and cute gift bags. Uh, we have a branded bag, so they get their itinerary bags, they get gifts, and just a nice start of their holiday and some little bubbles. So I also do that after work. And then a lot of researching, staying on top of things, going through all my newsletters, um, checking out the international um, travel organizations and stuff, what they have as well, just to stay on top of things and to ensure that I can provide people with the best service. Why do I started doing this? As I already said, I love to travel. We travel a lot. We love travel so much that uh, my boss knows, and I told him that to be more productive, I need to be on holiday every 3 months, every 3 to 4 months. You just get more out of me if I have a break every 3 to 4 months than if I have one long break during the year. And he's fine with that. So I have around 6 to 7 weeks of leave a year. And yeah, I really utilize that. And being a solicitor by trade, research and planning are absolutely my thing. So combined those two passions, that's how my business um, came to life. If you have any questions, any comments, just leave anything in the comment box. And up until the next time, enjoy your day and see you the next time.